Hey there guys, I am SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Last time, we went ahead and we saved the Zoras. By doing so, we also filled up Lake Hylia here again, so now with all that said and done, we're able to go see the Light Spirit. So let's go ahead and talk to him. This is our final Light Spirit, so it means our final bug hunting. Yay.
I am the last of the spirits of light, consumed by Twilight. Hero, chosen one of the gods, you have done well to make it this far. Gather my scattered tears of light that were stolen by shadow. Gather them in this.
We know the drill by now. This is the Vessel of Light, and it looks like Link is about ready to fall in the water. One wrong step, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be just taking a nice swim.
I am sure you know by now the forms that these dark insects take when they steal our light. In this shadow realm of Twilight, the insects are invisible, like the humans of this world. Collect my light. Lift the final cloud of Twilight that threatens to cover all of Hyrule.
Okay, so now with all that said and done, let's get out of here. And I kind of want to make a nice little announcement right now. And I don't know how many recordings are going to do like this, but if I screw up in any kind of reading, in any of this dialogue, please forgive me, because I am playing on a very small TV. This TV is probably like a 9-10 inch TV, something like that. And the reason why I'm playing on such a small TV, because before I was playing on a nice 32 inch flat screen TV. Well, the reason why I'm not using that and I'm having to use a very small TV now instead is the fact that, well, that TV died on me. That TV was about 5 years old, and I go to turn it on the other day, and, well, no picture. There was sound, but there was no picture. So that means the TV's utterly useless now, and I can't believe I missed this guy. That's fantastic. But, yeah, the TV's completely useless now because I can't get any picture from it. I tried everything that I can, and I don't have the necessary parts or the knowledge to repair the TV myself. I am getting a new TV soon, like in another week or so at the time of recording this. I'm going to be getting a replacement TV. But until then, I don't really have a bigger TV to use than the one I'm using here. Yeah, sure, I can go ahead and I can like take another TV out of a different room and just put it in here. But I don't really want to do that right now, simply because of the fact that it's just a week. And really, the only time I'm going to be able to use this TV in here right now anyways is a little bit on the weekend here, and that's it. Other than that, I'm not going to be using the TV all that much. So it's not really like, oh, I need to have a new one in here right now, this day, I need it. So I'm just going to use the one I have in here now. This TV I have in here was for a side project I was thinking of doing. I just didn't have a chance to do it over the summer here because of many reasons, most of them involve work. I was thinking of just recording a bonus episode of Pokemon Coliseum, but I need 2 TVs in order to do it. And I had another one that's very portable here, it's just extremely small, so yeah, that's why I'm just dealing with this right now, but hope the TV comes soon, because I'm only going to probably record a handful of episodes at the most, because this TV, if you're trying to look at something with small print for too long on a very small TV like I'm using here, it's gonna strain your eyes and give you a really bad headache. I played a little bit of the PlayStation 3 in here earlier, and I was starting to get a headache, and that was only for about half an hour. But enough of that. If you go ahead and let Minda explain here, she says if you blow that grass over here, this is the same grass we saw as a human. That monster bird we were using earlier, he will come back and help you go upstream. We're gonna need to know that because there's tears of light in that section. Even though we can't really pick up those pieces of grass there and blow them, we can still howl along with the tune. So that's still gonna be very useful to us, and in fact I'm gonna be using it here in just a moment. I just want to get this one bug here before I go on. Now, as you see on the map, actually I'm going to pull it up a little bit bigger this time. As you see, there is a light tier all the way to the other side here of Lake Hylia, but I'm going to save that one for last, because once you collect the last light tier, then there's a special cutscene. If you don't collect the last light tier in this part of Lake Hylia here, then Midna's just going to say something about, well, spoilers, but there's all but one light tier available for us right now, and once you collect the last one that's available to you, Midna would just say, well, I'm not sure what the last one is, and then all of a sudden, there's one appearing on the map right around the center of the lake. So, that kind of spoiled a little bit of what's happening, but in all honesty, that's not really that big of a spoiler, so that's why I want to save that last light tier. Because there's a cutscene that goes along with it, but that's only if you get the last light tier here in the lake. And the first time I played this game, I didn't know about that at all, and I missed it. Actually, it wasn't until about a few months ago watching some Let's Plays of this game that I've noticed that there was a cutscene here if you collect the last light tier. But I'm just going to let this little cutscene play out. It's pretty much just that monster bird that we saw earlier. He's coming back to help us. In this section now, we have to go through it again, but this time there are light tiers for us to collect, so we need to be careful while we're in this segment. And also, another thing to know is, in this segment here, it's going to be a little more challenging because now that there's more water around the lake here, there's going to be more hazards here. And what I mean by more hazards is, well, not all the rocks going to be falling down, although some of them will still fall down. But if you touch that water, you're pretty much going to drown and be forced back to the beginning. If you do get pushed out, then Midna just says you want to try again. So you can just continue right from the beginning of this, no problem. But what I recommend you do here is just stay in your senses the whole entire time until you get the final light tier in this segment. And just, when you see one, you just target the bug, and then you just hit the A button to dash. Pretty much it. Because once you target the bugs, then you automatically lock onto it. So as soon as I hit dash here, no problem. I got the tier pretty easily. You just want to be careful on your angling, because sometimes you might either miss the bug, or if it's, facing a wall like that last one was, you might hit the wall and then have to start over. Because if you hit a wall too violently, that is when Wolf Link is dropped and you need to start all over from the beginning of this segment. That's a nice little cosmetic thing that we just kind of noticed there, but if you try to fly through one of those sections there that has the pouring water, then the bird actually does get pushed down. So that is a nice little cosmetic thing. It doesn't really affect you too much, because once you get out of it, you pull yourself right back up in no time, so I don't really see it to be like a physical change as much. Although, yeah, obviously it's like a physical change, but I think you get what I mean here. It's a nice little look that actually is not just a look, it actually affects your movement. That segment there is pretty easy, so that wasn't really all that big of a deal to go through. Right here, we gotta talk to this lady here, because that'll trigger the bug. Oh, there it is. Hiding in a box, I see. What's that? A bug? Ew, nasty! Why is it so big? And that, my friends, is literally what she said. Golly, I am so sick of roughing it in the boonies. Then why don't you just move to a city? If you don't like being out here in the boonies, go and just live in a city area instead. Why can't I just hit that thing? I'm just gonna go ahead and spin attack it. I don't know why I just couldn't hit it by using my barrier attack. That was so weird. Alright, let's see what she has to say now. It's gone? That was nasty. I hope it doesn't come back. Oh well. Golly, work is taking just as hard as my personal life is these days. I hear you on that one. Work can sometimes just be as bad as personal life stuff anymore. It really depends on the jobs too, but if you get far enough up here on this ledge, you're gonna notice those two spirits over there. Those are two Zoras. We'll go ahead and talk to them in just a moment, but first we have ourselves a Howling Stone. So let's go ahead and howl along. If I'm not mistaken, this one is the Requiem of Spirit from Ocarina of Time. So that's a nice little thing. Most of the songs that you play in this segment, in these kind of Halloween segments here, are songs from previous Zelda games. I think there's only one song that is original. If not one, there might be another one, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. But enough rambling. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys listen to the music. Let teachings of old pass to you. Take sword in hand and find me. And with that, now we have another hidden skill all ready for us to learn once we turn back into a human. Luckily this one though is going to be on a required path once again. As soon as we're done here in wolf form, we have to head back to Hyrule Castle later on as a human anyways. So, well, Hyrule Castle Town, to be more precise, so that's good. Another wolf that's on the way. Very nice. But before we focus on these two little spirits, so let's go ahead and see what the importance of these two are.
Hey.
Do you think Prince Ross passed through here?
Yeah.
He must have. This is the only waterway that connects to Hyrule Castle. Come, let's follow this path in search of him. Then with that, these two go ahead and swim into that cave over there. This is a little important scene. You don't have to talk to them to know it, but it's recommended because pretty much that means if you go into the cave where those two Zoras went, that will actually lead to a path that leads you right back to Hyrule Castle. So we're going to need to be taking that path in just a moment because there's still more light tiers I want to get here, and then we can go ahead and make our way back over there. So there should be, actually mistaken, I am very mistaken, that light tier I'm thinking of is actually above us. We can't do anything about it on the bottom path. So with these guys, you gotta just take them out from these little platforms that are on the water. I do believe these are lily pads actually. They don't really look too much like lily pads, but I do believe they are lily pads though. But there you go. It's just, it's tricky to hit those bugs at times, but it's not too bad. Okay, so there's one more down here in the bottom area, and then we get to climb our way back up to the top of Zora's domain here. Oh, well, now this is the first instance of us having to dig up a bug. We should have done this a long time ago, but, well, I always succeeded in catching these guys before they went underground. It's just the faster way of doing things. It's the speedrunning tactic, so to say. Okay, now where's it going? There it is. I was wondering where that tier of light was going. Jeez. Alright, so now you guys might be wondering how are we going to climb up to the top of Zora's domain, because last time we climbed up via ice. There was a big ice pillar in the beginning there, but actually, wait a minute, let's see what Minna has to say. Hey, we can climb up from here. Oh, well, that just defeats what I was going to explain, Minna. Before we climbed up through a big center pillar here that was made of ice, but now that it's gone, we need to just climb up from the sides. It'll just take a little longer, but, well, one thing is that's nice about this compared to that section, if you fall, it's your own fault. It's not the game's fault, because I noticed before sometimes when I was trying to climb up the ice segment, the game itself actually was giving me a hard time at climbing up. Sometimes I would try to get up there, and it's either the ice physics, I can't speak today, can I? It was the ice physics that slid me off when I'm trying to maintain my grip on the platforms, or it's just that, well, I get knocked off from the stalactites that are falling down, and I never get a chance to recover because I plummet right to the ground, or it's just I grab the platform only to fall off. It's moments like that that I hate, and oh, you gotta be kidding me. How did that happen? How did that just happen? Well, that's fantastic. I gotta climb this all over again. Great. Okay, let's try this time without falling down. There you go, that's what I wanted to do in the first place. Alright, so when we're over here, we need to get ourselves another tier light. So let's kill this bug. Come on. Wow, that was extremely easy. Alright, so there's one more bug we need to get here in the domain, and then we can head off to Hylia Castle once again. Now if you think, oh, we can go up this way, that'll take us right to the top easily. Well, you'll be mistaken. You know why? There's a big rock in the way. Until you come back here as a human and blow up those rocks, because there's more than one, you're not going to be able to get through that segment. And unfortunately, right here, this is actually something I really wished they didn't do. Right here, you would think you go ahead and have Midna help you jump up, right? Wrong. They don't let you go ahead and just jump right back up to that segment. You have to jump all the way down, and then climb all the way back up again. So this is going to be my third time trying to climb back up this part of Zora's domain. That is very tedious, and it's required for you to do. In fact, I kind of did things a little backwards. If you're doing this for speedrunning, just trying to get through this part as fast as you can, what I recommend you do is from the top... Actually, wait a minute, what am I doing? What am I doing? I just realized something. I don't need to do all this climbing anymore. I'm going to warp myself right into Zora's domain, because that's actually what I wanted to do. There's two ideas that you can do here. One, you can go ahead and climb all the way up to the top here if you really feel like it, but go to Zora's domain's main area here first to get the bug, and then get the other bug that's in that little area we were at before. Or, better yet, this is what I usually do, and I kind of forgot to do it this time. By the way, there's a bug right up on one of these walls. There it is. I just kind of forgot it was this wall here instead. I hit the wrong wall. But, what was I trying to say? Oh, yeah, what I usually like to do is I'd like to get all the bugs, leave this one for last around the Lake Hylia area, not counting the one that's actually down the lake. So, leave this one last in Zora's domain, I should say. And then once doing so, go ahead and just warp to this part instead of climb back up a third time. I don't know why I didn't just do that from the beginning, but at least I remember before climbing all the way up, I just climbed halfway up the area before remembering that. So in all reality, you only have to climb that once as long as you warp to the top. Can't believe I forgot all about the warping. That would have been a really good thing to remember. So let's just go ahead now and just get out of here and head back to Hylia Castle so we can get that last light tier that's not at the lake. Keep on saying it like there's only one more tier left to get. No, there's two. I still have two here. And then there's the one after you collect all the tiers available for you right now. So technically, there's three. Alright, but here we are. Now we're back here in the path that takes us to Hylia Castle. But I think I'm going to go ahead and end the episode here, guys. So, next time, let's play Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. We're going to head back to Hylia Castle Town and get ourselves the remaining tiers of light here. I'll see you guys next time.